you know, the word sorry is a step forward. But see, in my view, until the truth is brought out, what happened to the Aboriginal people, the population of those people, perhaps 150,000 or more, and in my view they died as bravely as any Gallipoli veteran, any Kokoda guy. They paid the supreme sacrifice. Those people that perished here, in my view, it didn't matter how they died, through bullets, poison flower, or pure neglect. They were, if they didn't die for their land, their way of life, their culture, then these guys that done the deeds, in my view, were cold-blooded killers. And the government of the day was responsible. I don't think you can put it any other way.
Alright, so how long have you been here at Lorne Station?
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, pulled up for 2 nights and yeah, the rest is sort of history.
Haven't left.
Haven't left. Yeah, this is one of those things, you know, you pull up at a place and yeah, you become friendly with the people that live here and work here, and before you know it, 5 years have disappeared.
What's this Lorne Station about? Like, people come here and stay here and...
Yeah, Lorne Station was originally set up as a sheep station. It produced very, very good wool here in its day. The sheep were an integral part of this property up until about the 70s. Then the wool prices and everything, yeah, went down pretty badly. So Pete, who owns this property now, his mother decided, with the wool prices going down, to start off accommodation, which they did, which was a bit like the early farm stays, which they held in the homestead, and they put people up for the night and they fed them and toured them around the property and things like that. Before they knew it, there was caravans coming in here with nowhere to put caravans. So they decided, we'll build a caravan park.
So we're up here on the lookout. You can get a pretty good view. Actually, they made the lookout out of the mine, the open cut mine. They just dumped all the dirt here and made a lookout. So you can see pretty much everything. We got the dam on the property here, and over the back of the dam is where the caravan park is. And that leads just over there to the main town of Lightning Ridge. So it's a pretty nice view up here.
The best way I can describe opal is, you know, like a mirror is a piece of glass and it's got silver paint on the back of it. And then you get your reflection off of it. That's the best way I can describe opal. If you put black pots behind the opal, then you get that beautiful reflection back off of it.
Tourism sort of took over, I suppose, in the last 10 years for the whole of Lightning Ridge, basically, not just Lorne Station, but the whole of Lightning Ridge. In the last 5 years, it's really taken off as far as Lorne Station goes.
See this? This is a rock.
Everybody thinks I'm going to find black opal. Now, people think the opal is black. Well, the opal isn't. It's what it sits on top of, which is black potch. Then the colour overlays over the black, which highlights the colour. Now, if you can get red or harlequin or something like that sitting on that black potch, it's worth a lot of money.
When I first came here 41 years ago, I tripped over a stone similar to that and thought it was black gravel.
Yeah.
And I thought I can do a bit of export of this black gravel to the Black Forest where I'm from in Germany. And then somebody said, don't be stupid, this is black opal. And I got excited. I thought, whoa, world's most expensive gemstone. Then that same person said, oh, don't be stupid, it's not worth any money. That broke me little heart. I've got a piece here that's not as dark, see that?
Oh yeah.
The minimum I need for this is $4,400.
Oh really? Wow.
It will actually go to Japan because they buy 90–95% of all our expensive black opal. $4,400 is very inexpensive. Now I've got a black opal here, which is to my mind prettier, this piece here, but it won't go to Japan because it's too big for the Japanese.
Oh,
This will go to one of our larger, heavy-set American customers. See, they like the sort of bigger jewelry. I personally don't like to wear ostentatious, just understated like this. Yeah. And of course, this is not black opal, it's semi-black or grey or light colour opal. We find a fair bit of that here. Now, there is a third type of opal we find at Lightning Ridge. It's called crystal opal. These two pieces here are too small for us to do anything with, but often you find a piece of crystal opal that's too thin to do anything with, like this here. And for years we would throw it away until it occurred to some smart devil to grind off the bottom layer of the opal clay, must have been an Irishman, their thinking's different, grind off the top layer of the opal clay, then he took some of this black common opal or potch, sliced it, put a mirror finish on the two and glued them together for Irish black opal. A doublet. Lady the other day said, oh, opal, it's only a doublet. I said, but think of it this way, the same looking solid opal's $1,000. She said, how much is the doublet? I said, $50. Oh, she said, that's nice. With the milky opal like this here, if it's too thin, don't make a doublet out of it by gluing dark backing on it. This is too ugly. If it's too thin, slice it thinner, the thickness of cigarette paper with a machine, dedicated slicing machine. Then carefully glue your black backing under that very thin slice of that milky opal. Now you've made a doublet, but it's useless. What you need to do is take some quartz crystal, natural quartz crystal, and take a slice of that 2 or 3 millimeters and glue it on top of the very thin slice of that milky opal, which you've already glued onto your black backing. Now you have 3 slices, you've got a triplet, but now it's changed color. The triplet's going to look totally different. Triplet's likely to look something similar to that.
Oh, wow.
Now you can tell a triplet because the light will reflect off the quartz crystal cover, whereas with a solid opal, the solid opal will look a little bit duller, because the light will diffract inside the opal. But therefore, in duty-free shops, when you go shopping in a duty-free shop, make sure that you ask, is this a solid black opal rather than a doublet or a triplet? And they'll tell you.
What you get out of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally stunning.
So what you're saying is the ones that look absolutely amazing are probably the double or the triple.
Triplet.
Yeah,
More so the triplet, because they look very, very... Look at this one. Oops. Look at this one here. And if this were a solid opal, it would probably around about $100,000. As a solid opal, $100,000. As a triplet, $500 to $1,000, plus a handmade solid gold setting, $1,500. That's before you give me a hard time about the price. I've got an opal here that's really, really interesting. It's over 25 years old now. You might want to film that. It does present a total color change. $132,000. If you look down on it, bronze, red, yellowy color. When you step back a bit, angle it slightly differently, totally different, green.